What is going on, everybody? It is the Heart Pirates TCG here. I got second place at a major tournament with this Big Mom deck. And by major tournament, I meant there was a very small locals because there was like a Magic pre-release or something like that. And there wasn't a whole lot of people. But I will say I did beat a Zoro. I did beat Nami. And I did lose to a Garp. So eight-person tournament. But I have been playing this on the sim a ton. And I actually think it's been working out pretty well. You're basically playing this like OPO3 Queen, and I'll explain why. As you can see, it's not a normal deck profile because we have a Nero, as the face of the, at the start of the deck. So I'll explain why that is and like how to kind of play it, just like I always do. Big shout out to our sponsor, Daily Grind TCG. Thank you for sponsoring this video. If you guys need any singles, go ahead and check out their website. Use Heart Pirates 5 in the discount code. But without further ado, I'll explain what's going on. So, of course, we got double Nero. We want to go first in this deck, right? And this deck needs to basically be kind of like a tempo deck, in a way. A tempo deck that kind of can outgrind you. So Nero can help with the early game aggression from like Zoros or like even things like Whitebeard, things like that. And he's just a body that they can attack rather than your life that you don't have to dedicate you don't have to dedicate any counters to. He just attacks, dies, he does his thing. Maybe he can be brought back. Who knows? And then we have same thing, Kumadori, tempo deck. We want to go first, but he is good if we go second, obviously. As a 4/6, really good into sorry, there's a glare right there. Really good into Whitebeard. Great into other decks. He's just a 4/6 body that can be recurred. Just really solid overall. And then we have triple Jabra. Same thing, right? It's 5/7 vanilla, really hard to get over. A lot of people try to like Otama it, and then like, if you're playing LoL, they'll like Otama it to bring it down to 5 and try to swing at it. But like, even with cards like with Borsalino, like it's not always easy to do that. And honestly, if they waste all these cards trying to go after the Jabra, then you're winning, because after Jabra, the next card, actually these are our 2K counters, but I'll explain after Jabra. We have double Struzen just for like end game. If you really want to like go for game, they have a 1-cost blocker. That's kind of what you're just gonna pop it and try to kill him. Then we have quadruple Sanji. I like next set I'm gonna replace him with a beige, but there's not a lot of 2K counters that I really liked in this version of the deck. And it can come in handy. Like there have been hands where like I don't have a turn 3 or a turn 3 play. So for example, if I go either first or second and I don't have if I play Sanji and next turn I don't have like, for example, if I'm going second and I don't have a Kumadori, this is like putting down on him is the play, right? And that way you have like a play going like on your third turn. But if you have a play, you don't play him, you just use him as a 2K counter, and he works great like that. And then obviously we play the 4 Khalifa as a draw option, and she's also recyclable with Bluno, who we are playing. And then the blockers. We are playing 19 blockers. So this is literally OPO3 Queen, except for just a little bit worse until we get OPO4. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, I said that right. So we're playing 4 of the Brules. Brules is just really solid. Just saves your life out of life. And then same with the VVs. 4 VVs. Literally the same thing that Queen has. Queen has Brule and Boa. We have Brule and VV. Really solid 8 life triggers that can be blockers. And then we have the 4 Borsalino. Really good into Whitebeard. Pretty good into Zoro. Pretty good into Katakuri too, because like if they swing 7, now you just have to discard a 2K once again. So not too bad at all. And then he can just take a hit whenever. He is susceptible to getting thunderbolted, but it's okay. And then we're playing 4 Fukuros. Fukuro is really strong, guys. He's just a 1K counter at worst, and he's recyclable with Bluno, and he can push for game with 2 Dawn on him. He can swing for 5. So, and then we're playing 3 Bluno. This actually helps secure me against the Nami game. It's just like establishing bodies on the board that can be like 9K swings, or just establishing a blocker, or honestly, Bluno can attack too. So like I use him very offensively a lot of the times, but if I really need him on defense, I'll use him defensively. So that is Bluno, and those are all of our 19 blockers right there. We're playing 4 events. One is 6 King Pistol, just in case we have anything clogged in our hand and we really need to get it out there, and it kind of works as a pseudo 2K counter. Because it's this and a dead card, basically a 2K and a 1K. So I like it a lot. And then obviously we're playing the arrows. This deck, you go to 1 or 2 life. very, very, very quickly, and this can save you out of life. So we're playing a total of, I think, 11 cards that out of life can either take a hit or give you a life, which is really, really, really powerful. So that's pretty good right there. Sometimes if you have it in your hand too, you can just use it. Like, it's really good into like a lot of people are playing like Hawkins right now in Law, and then some people are playing like, especially next set, I've been testing it out, but like a Kong gun, right? Like if someone tries to like, not Kong gun, but like if someone tries to like Luffy you in Rebecca, the Dressrosa Luffy, then you just kind of like play the arrow and it's 3,000 less, and they try to restand it. It's much easier to defend. If that's the case. And then we're playing some big characters. Like I said, we just want an early tempo game so we can clear the board, and then whenever we drop our big characters, there's not a lot of like aggression that they can do, and then it's just kind of a snowball effect from there. So playing 3 of the big moms right there, just really solid. She doesn't really live a whole lot. Like, usually people find a way to kill her, but that's totally fine, because if they do, they're not killing the Katakuri. Katakuri, honestly, the only reason I put him in here, I didn't have him in here when I was playing the tournament that I got second at. I wasn't playing him, but I actually decided to put him in there instead of Shirahoshi, because it feels like there's some decks that like you need to play him against, right? Like if they have like an Isho on board, that's like their whole engine to like to like cost minus. So like Katakuri is really good for that, but also like sometimes you'll have like a Vivi that you'll play either hard play or off life, and then the next turn you'll have Katakuri, and you can just like, if you don't have anything that you want to put on their life, you just Katakuri your own Vivi away, and she that serves as another hit, like another life, and that's a blocker. So it's just really cool, really unique little interaction right there. And then of course we're playing the 4 big moms. Like I said, guys, like what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to like go for your bodies on the board, right? So like the second that you play like Kumadori or Jabra, right, like they're gonna try to take them out, right? But then they don't realize, like, the second that they do that, they waste all of their turns like trying to deal with like a 4/6 or a 5/7 vanilla, and then you drop like the Charlotte Linlin 7 cost, then you drop the Katakuri, and then you drop the Linlin, and it's just like an onslaught from there, right? But the thing is, even if they don't do that, right, even if they go for your life and just ignore the Jobbers and the Kumadoris, not only can we gain that life back with just one card discarded with Big Mom, but we can also just like beat them down with the Jabra, with the Kumadoris, because we're swinging 7s or 8s or 9s or whatever pretty easily with some Dawn efficiency. So that's kind of the reason why I'm playing this. It's literally like, I've been playing a lot of OPO3 Queen, I don't know, or OPO4 Queen, if you guys saw my stream or not. But yeah, like I think it's been a ton of fun. I'm probably gonna play this until the end of OPO3, just because like OPO3 has been really boring for the most part, but it's actually worked out pretty well. I've beat a bunch of Whitebeards on the simulator. I beat a bunch of Katakuris on the simulator. I just beat a Big Mom today, actually, while I was eating some breakfast on the simulator. So on top of that, we will be the finals game. I lost to Garp. It was a very close game, but I did lose to Garp, and I'll post that pretty soon. I do have the top 8 from the Orlando regionals, the Kissimmee regionals. I have a video with him coming out tomorrow, which should be Monday, and then after that I will post the Garp video, or the Garp match between me and my friend Mark, and just have a lot of cool content coming your way. So be sure to like and subscribe, so you get and hit the bell so you get notified when I do post. And I have a very exciting thing that is on the horizon that I'm excited to share with you, that I think will change One Piece's community for forever. So I'm super excited about this, guys, and just be sure to stay tuned to the channel so I can explain that. Should be happening sometime next month, but yeah, have a good day. Peace.